Hello guys, this is how to treat your catfish using salt dip. Salt dip is actually done before stocking. You can see me with salt there. I'm using our normal table salt, but you can actually use the non-iodized salts that you can find where you buy your feeds. The feed sellers sell that kind of salt, non-iodized salts. I've measured my salts. What I'm using here is, or what I used here is 20 grams of salt in 10 liters of water. If you have more fish, you can use 100 grams of salt in 50 liters of water. Measurement is key in all that you do. Remember that salts can be used to kill this fish, and can also be used to treat it. So you need to be very careful with your measurements. Please do not assume. Get a scale. Measure your salts to get the accurate measurements. And so, after putting it, you stir it to make sure that you have a salt solution. So after this, I'm going to be pouring the fish inside the water, and it will be there for a minimum of 1 minute and then a maximum of 3 minutes. Remember, this is done to help them get used to their new environment, because you don't know the kind of pond they are coming from. So it will help them get rid of every bacteria from where they are coming from. So after putting them in this water now, I'm going to let them be there for at most 3 minutes, after which I'll do it. I'll bring them out. Now, there's also what we call salt baths. This one is done after stocking. The very good prevention medication against bacteria or disease occurrence that may lead to death in your catfish farm. So when you're doing your salt baths is usually 1 kg of salt to 1,000 liters of water. You drain out the dirty water first, because it has to be done in a fresh, clean water. Dissolve the salt in a small quantity of water before introducing it to the larger water that has the fish, and allow it to sit for a minimum of 1 hour and a maximum of 3 hours. You can then drain the water to maybe 500 liters and then fill the pond with a fresh water. So here, like you're seeing now, I'm going to be draining this water, and after draining the water, I will gently lay them inside the pond. You need to be very careful when treating those ones, and that's why it's advisable that if you're a beginner, go for juvenile, because juvenile is 8 weeks old, and so they have the capacity to withstand certain stress and shock. But fingerling still needs more of your care, and you might not have that knowledge. And so you gently lay them in the water and allow them be. So they will easily, because of what you just did, it will be easy for them to adapt to this new environment without shock, without stress, because salt has a way of doing what? Of helping them overcome stress. So salt dip and salt bath is a very important medication which we are advised to do, or to create in our